techniques you use within your company? It sounds like you've built a really good culture. So yeah,
Sure.
talk me through that.
Yeah, and it resonates with me as well, because I was one of those people too. You read these business books and everything else, and they say you have to have a mission statement, you have to have core values, you have all these different pieces, right? And I'm not trying to push EOS here, because as you said, there's several systems. There's scaling up, there's Jack Stack's Great Game of Business, there's all these different. Reality is you just pick one, and that's going to help be the operating system for the company. And that's what EOS did for us, is it pulled all this stuff together, the different pieces that you'll hear that you should do. And then it also gives you a rhythm to reinforce them. So to your point, yeah, I was one of those guys. We have to have the core values. And then you'd meet me 3 years later at a conference and say, well, what are they? And I might miss one of them. So
Yeah.
but one of the things that EOS has helped us do is we'll reinforce them through what we call core value stories. And we have a quarterly town hall meeting, which is an all-employee meeting, and we'll reinforce the core values through those stories. So we'll collect core value stories to the management team, that comes from the foreman and whatnot, from our mid-level and our field teams, and we'll get stories back. And it's my favorite part of the town hall. We do it at the end of the meeting. The meeting runs about an hour, 15 minutes. At the end of the meeting, we will share the core value stories, and we'll recognize the team member that created that story, or was the effect. And those are the most fun. I had a client call me the other day. She was almost in tears, and she said, one of our team members, and this is a large retirement community, about a 90-acre site, 2,000 people on the site. And she said she saw, not her, one of her team members caught one of our team members arranging some hearts. So what had happened was, this is a retirement, assisted living retirement community, and they had the Alzheimer's week, where they had a bunch of the community members had painted rocks and put the names of their loved ones that had passed of Alzheimer's in the rocks.
Oh, wow, okay.
So the rocks had scattered over the winter, and one of our team members, we didn't know, but one of our team members had taken them all and made a heart out of them in a plant bed that he had just cleaned. And one of the staff there cheered up and ended up catching him doing that. And then it went back to the management team of that company, and they called me on it. So and then it actually took us a few days to find out which one of our people it was.
Right.
But those are the really neat stories that we like to share, and that, there's so many different things. We have a core value to build strong relationships, so that's the one that we recognize there, but you could also call it so many other things.